The International Women's Day, March 8th, is set aside every year to celebrate the social, cultural, and political achievements of women all around the world. The theme this year is Break the Bias. I hope as a woman, in every field or industry that you find yourself, that you break the bias and shun any form of discrimination or stereotypic behavior towards women. In case you are not aware, on the 1st of March 2022, the National Assembly of Nigeria, that constitute 95.4% of men, decided to shun the bill that was trying to encourage women that marry non-Nigerians to become citizens. That is, if you're a Nigerian woman and you marry a non-Nigerian man or a foreigner, they don't become Nigerian. I hope you're aware. But that bill was actually stopped and voted against in the year 2022. Another thing that would shock you is that when you marry a man that is Nigerian, you don't become an indigene of his states like is seen in other parts of the world. And let me surprise you that the same men that voted against Nigerian women to become, for their spouses that are non-Nigerians, to become citizens when they marry them, when they go to other parts of the world and they marry non-Nigerians, they automatically become citizens. When they marry an American, they become American. When they marry a British, they become British. And those same set of men sat down in the National Assembly to vote against the bill that was supposed to encourage or to sign into power women to have the rights to make sure that their spouses become citizens. It is really, really sad. Another thing that you are not aware of, which is very shocking, is that that same National Assembly that has 95.4% of men also signed a bill that prevents women from taking some positions in the National Assembly. Is it not shocking? It is really shocking and disappointing that in the year 2022, we have such things that are happening. We need to break the bias. We need to break the stereotypes. We need to also ensure that a lot of women are also encouraged to take political positions in our country. If the National Assembly has 95.4% of men, it is not surprising that such a bill cannot pass through in the year 2022. But if we had majority of women, or we have equality where we have 40 or 50% of women in the house, it would have been very easy for the women to stand up against such things happening. It is sad that when you marry a non-Nigerian, as a Nigerian woman, they don't become citizens. I'm sure you were not aware of that. Now you know. These are one of the things that we need to continue to fight and stand our grounds as women to ensure that these things don't continue to happen. The theme for the 2022 International Women's Day is Break the Bias. I hope as a man, as a woman, in any field or industry that you find yourself, that you are fighting for the rights of women. We need to fight against gender mutilation. When I don't know if you know about gender mutilation. What it means is that the clitoris of the woman is actually cut to prevent her from enjoying sex. It is actually very barbaric in the year 2022 that such a thing of such dishonor is still happening to women. That as a man, that you shun raping, you shun speaking to women in a very disheartening and condescending manner, that you stop thinking that every woman that you see that is successful must have gotten to the position by sleeping around with men or by doing some very horrible things. It is important that you know that the same way men have brains is the same way that women have a brain too, and they have their hands, two hands like men, and they can achieve anything that they want to achieve in their careers, in their businesses, and in their personal life. My name is Benny Souza, and I challenge every bias and stereotypes that have been melted against women. If you're a woman and you're watching me, I want you to please do a 1-minute video to say after me, my name is Bernadette Souza. You call your name and say, I challenge stereotypes and biases against women. And as they say in the year 2022, the theme is Break the Bias. I will break the bias. And send me the video via DM so that I will post the video to encourage women and also join this movement. Thank you and have a wonderful year. Bye.